Hi, I'm Julie, keeper of my home. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to address a question that I get not real often, but often enough that it's kind of made me think maybe I should explain. And that would be the name of my channel. How did I come up with it? Well, about 12 years ago, I started a group here in my home called Keepers of the Home. I show and share with women all around my area all things home. We do sewing, we do baking, we learn about cooking and breads, pie crusts, herbs, spices, gardening, all things home. And I did that. I started that group because I am very passionate about these things. These things mean a lot. They are very near and dear to my heart. And I'm not sure about your area, but in our area, they don't offer home ec in schools anymore. Now, those are life skills that I feel are very important. This is an area we're very, very remote, I guess you would say. We're not near any really large cities. There are no really big corporate jobs in our area. It's just middle to low income people. More people have dual income homes, and where both parents are having to work. So there's not as much time in the home to be able to teach your kids these things, and schools are no longer doing this. They're no longer showing your kids how to do these things. They're, showing more of the sciences and the math and the English and those types of things. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be doing those things. I'm just saying that life skills are really important no matter where you live. And I am very passionate about this. I think it's so important for people to learn basic skills. My husband and I raised 3 sons. We didn't have any daughters. But our sons grew up, and the 2 most important things that we did teach them as far as skills go are how to cook and how to sew. Those were 2 skills that I know our 3 boys know very well. Our first 2 sons both went into the Army. And our oldest son called me, and this was before they had the Velcro patches on their uniforms. They had to sew all of their patches and things that they had for their uniforms, to sew them on themselves. Well, not every guy in the Army knew how to sew, but our son did. And he turned that into an income because he knew what he was doing, he knew how to do it, and the other guys in his platoon did not know what they were doing. They didn't know how to do this. And they would say, "Hey, you look like you know what you're doing. You want a job? Here's $20. Sew that patch on for me." That's something that he knew, he learned, and he called me and said, "Thanks. Thanks for teaching me that skill, because I didn't think I was going to need it. But this is a money-making deal here." So, I was so happy that he called, and that he was so appreciative and grateful that he was taught that. So this channel that I started, I called Julie Keeper of My Home, because I am a keeper of my home, and I want to show you how you can be a keeper of your home too. I want to inspire you to be the best keeper of your home that you can be. I want to share with you all things home, whether it's making homemade bread, whether you do it for the first time or you're watching me do something that you already know how to do, but you didn't know how to do that type of bread. I want to show you how to work a wood stove, if that's not anything you knew how to do but you've always wanted to learn how to do, or cook on an open fire, or bake beans in a hole in the ground. You can do that. I just want to teach these things to people because I feel that I'm gonna get weepy, warning. I feel that God has placed this on my heart. It's always been a passion of mine. It's been a love of mine that I've carried since I was a child. I can remember dreaming of the pantry that I was going to have when I grow up. I remember dreaming of all the things that I was going to cook and share with people. I can remember growing up on a farm and thinking my parents were just using their children as laborers to do their work. But then, growing up and realizing that taught me something that I am so glad that I learned and I love doing. And you can love that too. And that's what I want to do with my channel. I knew that I was reaching people having this group in my home. We had so many members in this group. COVID kind of stopped that up. So we haven't had the group in my home for a couple of years. But I hope to bring it back should things get a little bit better. And until then, that's what this channel is for. I want to be able to reach more people. I want to expand my audience. And I'm getting subscribers from all over the world. And I love that. I love that you want to come here and see what we're doing here in our home. I hope you're learning something. I hope that you are inspired. I hope that you are sharing what you are learning here. When you subscribe to my channel, I make sure that I welcome you to my channel. The first thing I say is thank you and welcome to my family of keepers. And I mean that. Welcome to my family. It means a lot to me. I really believe that homemaking and being a keeper of your home has become a lost art. And that saddens me, really. Where would we be without homemakers? They create the homes that they live in for their families. That's what I do. That's what you do. Even if you're working outside your home, you are still the homemaker of your home. I like to call myself a domestic engineer. It's a fancy name for a homemaker, but it sounds like I've got a really nice college degree behind it. I don't. But I love the art and I love the study of home. It brings peace to my life. It brings joy to my heart. And I want it to do the same for you. I think that little things in life become the big things in life. When you simplify them, you slow down and you just listen. Being a homemaker and loving it and enjoying it and engulfing yourself in it and understanding that it is something that is good and not bad. I think sometimes it has gotten a bad rep of the drudgery of, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? I hate thinking of that all the time. That's a question I hate being asked. Oh, I've got so much laundry. I'm never going to catch up. I've got this to do, that to do. It's drudgery, isn't it? It's just a never-ending cycle that goes around and around and around. But if you stop and you look at it in a different light, I think you become more appreciative. I think you become more understanding of the trust that has been given to you to take on this role. As homemakers, we are nurses, we are teachers, we are lawyers, we're counselors, sometimes we're referees. There are so many hats that we wear. Wear them with love. Wear them with a grateful heart. Wear them with joy. Because being a homemaker, it really is the best job you could ever have. I'm going to read you something that C.S. Lewis wrote, and I love this quote. The homemaker has the ultimate career. all other careers exist for one purpose only, and that is to support the ultimate career. Homemaker. Homemaker is the best career I have ever loved, and I want you to love it too. I'd love to welcome you to my family of keepers. You can subscribe below. I create 2 new videos every week on simple living, homestead grown, and all things home. Thank you for joining me today, and until next time.